table, and it's something that a lot of players, maybe it was just me, but a lot of players have said that this table tends to play a little slower than the rest of the tables, whereas I found it to go the other way. I actually felt like I had a better handle on the speed, well, in the middle of the match, by the end, than I did on any other table I played on here, even in practice. So I felt really good about how this table plays.
Yeah, this table plays really good. I feel like it's consistent, the way the rails bounce off and the travel of the cue ball. A couple of the other tables, it feels like the cue ball travels a little longer than it should, but this one slows down appropriately, I'd say.
Yeah, we have one ball, no balls down, and the 9 ball a little bit closer to the pocket than I'm sure Adam would like if Josh were to make a hit here and make a shot. So he's looking at a push, either a push or a kick here, though.
You definitely want to be the player that makes the 1 ball, because you can get a shot to fire at the 9 ball. I would not make the combo. That is for sure.
No, just as much as I hate banks. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you hate combos.
I had a nice ball in hand, 9 ball in my first set earlier today, and I went to shoot a 2-9 combo, and I shot. Keep in mind here, the 2 ball was about 6 inches from the 9, so I'd say it was really easy. I completely missed the 9 ball altogether. Yeah.
I'm sure if Bobby Hilton is still listening here, we can officially say you've learned from the Bobby Hilton House of Combos.
Yes, I have. It's actually a disease.
Yeah. And it's communicable. It gets transferred. It really is.
And then that combo I missed against Pearson left it hanging is what cost me the set through, because it would have been 5-5. I would have been on the hill. He would have needed 3.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with that shot, I have to say. We did our best to try to will each other into this tournament, and I was
you got
to
a
say
tough
I was
draw. You got a really tough draw.
That's but something. No, I'm gonna go back and watch. I'm really gonna go back and watch that match, because I feel like there's a lot that I can learn from that match. Just because when you play a guy like Joey Dupuis, you don't get opportunities unless you play really well. That was a great jump shot. Remember, full cue jump shots here as well. No jump cues allowed at the Winter Classic. So they're using full cue on all these jump shots as you're seeing them.
I think the 2-9 just got a little better there, because now it's more straight.
Quite possibly.
No combos are getting me on these pockets, though.
No, never. Especially not this table or table 15.
Yeah. Table 15.
You played on table 15 earlier today. The tight box.
Yeah.
I know it went decently well, but how'd you feel on it?
I felt really good, actually. I played really strong. That's a really good shot right there.
That's a
Blair.
phenomenal safety. This is jail, folks.
So you're gonna have to go 2 rails and come in between the 6 and the 3 there, and you're gonna have to hit deep. I think
possibly 3. Can you? I don't think you can get around for 3 rails there.
And then you have to come behind the 1, you think?
Yeah, maybe with a lot of high English. That's a tough shot. No.
Oh, he almost made it that way too.
Yeah.
But that 8 ball was tough for where it was.
Yeah, that was a very strong shot by Adam Blair. Mike Pettit can't hit this ball. Yes, you're exactly right. Cannot hit that ball. That was jail. It was a tough shot.
He could have. It was close.
It was a very tough shot.
Listen, there's always a way to hit a ball.
Well,
always a way.
Most of the time, yes. I would wager there's a couple of unhittable balls. You don't see it very often, but there's a couple of unhittable
Do you
ones.
see like the? Let's see if he makes a combo here.
I mean, the 2 definitely doesn't pass. So if he's firing at this 2, he's firing at the 9 too. It looks as though Adam's going to be trying to hit Pater early. And, it was not fruitful.
So does he tie anything up?
Not really.
4 ball is a little weird. It has side pocket, but with the 3 ball where it is, I don't think the 4 is going to be a problem. I guess just kind of straight here on the 3. That'll do it. What's a key ball here, Tim? Him making the 6 and getting on the right side of the 7. I think that's it, because I don't think the 7 passes the 8 there. Actually, no,
I would say really the 4 ball is the key ball, because I mean if you don't get to the 4 here, then you really don't have.
Ooh, you have to make the 3.
Yeah, you got to make the 3 though. Yeah. The key was getting to the 4. You have to play that so touchy, because you don't want to leave a deeper shot there because of the way that it's going to be passing through the 6 and the 9. If you end up shooting it too much, You could potentially end up nicking the 9 on the way by and put it in the quarter pocket. So you kind of got to get perfect on that, and because of that, you really got to control the ball, which can end up making you miss as well.
Draw back as straight as he can here. We'll spin, follow up.
I actually, yep. A little bit of draw. He's pretty much straight on the 4. Now here, I don't think you just want to stop it. You want to come away from the 6 and the 9.
You need to be able to bridge. Not over. Yeah, I would draw back a little bit here. Then you have an angle to draw out for the 6.
We're looking at 5-3 on table 6, and that's in favor of Mike DeMarco.
Okay, that works out. I think he might be a little straight here.
Yeah, we're looking at 5-3 Mike DeMarco on table 6. We have
Mike DeMarco 1-5-3.
No, Mike DeMarco is up 5-3. It's an even race to 7.
Who's he playing?
Over there? Mario Argentino. Yeah,
wow,
that's a good game.
That's a good win there if he can pull this off.
He's up. Yeah, Mario's on the shot though, so I mean it could end up being 5-4.
Didn't Mario break and run like 4x on you today?
He broke and ran a few. I will say that Mario played phenomenal against me today. He tortured me, to say the least. I made a couple mistakes, but every mistake that I made was a very big one. It cost me a rack. I was very, very displeased with the mistakes that I made and how it hurt me. But what can I do? You make a mistake when you got a guy that's running out. You clap it down and say good game.
Is that Deb? Who is?
That would be Anthony Petrozelli's wife.
Oh, is he still in?
Anthony? I don't know. I know that he lost one. I don't know if he actually got to the second.
Well, I bought him in the Calcutta, so let's hope he's still in.
Oh, you can ask Mark. I'm sure he's got. Oh, actually, you can look online on Mark Dion's page, and he has the upper bracket all there.
Oh, you just got to make the 7 ball here, Tim, and
this is
the key ball.
Oh no! Unfortunately, Anthony went 2 and out. So.
Oh.
Nope, he's out.
Good stuff.
That's one of your horses gone.
I think my other horse is currently on table 5.
Oh, speaking of, I actually want to look and see where Mr. Bazinet, where Chad Bazinet is, because we've still got. Oh my goodness, we've still got a little bit of potential in Chad Bazinet.
Is he on the? Who's he playing? He might be on the winner's side still.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I know that Josh is looking at a 3 ball out. That if he can put away this 8 ball, put away the 7 ball, he could be looking at the very first rack of the match.
DeMarco just played a good safe over there on table 6.
Oh yes, he did. Decent play.
Deb, guys, he lost 2 and out, so I don't get new shoes, and you get no Calcutta. Actually, I don't get new shoes either because I spent $60.
This is no gimme.
Who's that gentleman that Chad's playing?
Oh, speaking of, Chad Bazinet's playing Chad Bazinet just played Kerry McAuliffe, and I don't know who he's playing now.
Did he win? Did he beat Kerry?
Yes, he did beat Kerry.
Is he on the winner's side or loser's side?
He's on the winner's side. Last I checked. Oh, that was a scratch. Oh. Wow, that's rough.
Looks like Adam Blair's going to jump off to a 1-0 lead here.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You would.
Hard to miss that one. So Adam Blair up 1-0. After this, we're continuing to watch here the Winter Classic. This is winner's side lower bracket action between a 522 and a 502 Fargo rate. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go into the Fargo Fair match here, and we're going to do a little bit of number crunching, and we're going to see just what the percentage would be for this 5-5 race between Caesar and Adam Blair. Now, if we're looking at it, of course, Adam Blair being the 522 and Josh Caesar being the 502, Fargo rate calculates this to be right around a 58% advantage for Adam Blair, with Adam Blair being up 1-0 after that scratch on the 9 ball. We're looking at about a 60-40 percentage. So, if we're looking at, of what would be a 5-4 race now, this would actually put Adam at more of a 70-30 favorite based on where we're at right now.
That's crazy how much the odds change right there.
Yeah, it does. Well, one game in a race to 5. You know better than anyone.
That is true.
One game in a race to 5 is
favored beforehand.
Yeah, that's a why. That could be huge. You turn in here. What if it switches the other way around? It's probably a a 30-point swing in percentage, I'd say. You know, a 2-game swing like that in a race to 5 could be brutal. We got a ball down on the break, by the way, a 1-2, a 1-2 combo here, which I'm sure won't get played.
No.
I'm sure there's a safe coming somewhere here.
Maybe
Be a little
1 and come down a little bit of inside towards the 4.
Possibly. Oh, the
Or he
combo
went
was
for the
played.
combo.
Well, look at the two-way though. He leaves an open but long shot on the table. So, we got Mike Minicello in the in the chat room. He's watching the stream now. Mike, say hi to you, and also sorry to not have you here at the tournament. Happy to know that you and your family are doing well. Mark was saying that you guys are keeping an eye on family stuff and other such. Good to know that you guys are doing well. Hopefully see you guys in the next tournament. And,
Or not. I prefer winning. I don't
yeah,
want
Mike.
to see any
Mike.
Minicello in my
I know
bracket.
Mike always anybody with the name Minicello.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Minicellos of all ages and ancestry have probably been pool champions since.
If your last name's Minicello, you're automatically an A player.
Yeah,
at
pretty
least.
much
You're
since
born an A player.
Yeah, since the Paleozoic era, Neanderthals were playing pool, and there was one named Minicello who probably ran 3-4 racks. I mean, but it's good to see that he's in the stream, and hopefully coming back to Snookers sometime soon to grace us with his pool prowess once again.
Looks like DeMarco is on the hill over there. It looks like DeMarco's up 6-3.
I see 6-3. And we got ourselves one heck of a safety here. Oh, but he made the ball. Oh no. This is rough,
one,
folks.
This is one where I don't see a hit here, Tim.
No, I don't like that one.
I think you'd have to go too long, right? Or too. Huh.
He's froze to the 8.
Yeah, it's actually.
I mean,
frozen.
if you look at it on the overhead, it looks even more gross.
I don't even know how.
He's froze to the 8 ball here.
Do you go? Yeah, he's doing what I just pointed out.
Yeah,
I think it looks like
something along the lines of 3 rails.
Oh.
But of course,
that
there's a side
that
pocket
almost
there.
had a chance with more speed, and if it didn't hit the nipple there, that almost had a chance.
Those pesky side pockets.
I wish I had those.
We could just do what Earl Strickland recommended we do and just take them like off the table completely. 10-foot table, 4 pockets, 20-second shot clock. That was a tournament that he once wanted to do. He'd claimed that if that tournament ever took place, that nobody in the world would be able to beat him because they'd all pass out before the tournament was over. He was the only one fit enough to do it. But
Earl is a very interesting character.
he is an interesting character, to say the least.
I wish I had those that tool that they use on like ESPN and football, where you could paint on the screen, like where you'd want.
Oh yes, a telestrator. Yes.
Actually, no.
telestrator.
Upstate, I'll use that sometimes too, depending where.
Really? Does he have a telestrator?
Somebody,
My
I've
goodness.
seen some pool matches at some point in time in which that occurred.
Wow. I'll tell you these streams are getting sophisticated.
Oh, can't play these pockets like that.
No, you do not bang these balls in. I made that mistake, I think once or twice against Joey. I don't think I made the mistake on that one. I think I made the mistake once against Joey. I made the mistake once in practice too. I made a lot of those mistakes against Mario. I was hitting balls a little bit harder than I probably should have.
It's like, is that James Stevens and Sal Mandolo's 1-1 over there? Is that James Stevens?
That's not James Stevens, I don't think. Could be. I can't tell. No, that's not James Stevens. I don't even think James Stevens is in the tournament. But it's
Not
definitely
James
Sal.
Stevens. No, his name is. Oh no, I know who James Stevens is. Oh, confuse the names. His name is very similar to that.
Well, when we find that out, we'll be sure to happily let the people know in the stream. Right now, Josh Caesar is running to the fences like the thoroughbred that he is. We're looking at right now what could be a dicey little 8-ball shot.
That's a tough ball.
Yeah. But you know
It
something?
does clear the 9 there. But
This is the interesting thing about that shot. That shot looks tough, but it's all about pocketing it here. You don't got to worry about.
You like attempting to cut the 8 in the side here?
Yeah,
and playing
definitely.
The 9?
I definitely like the 8 because if you go the other way, I mean, you're flirting with a side pocket and you don't have a lot of room to get out of the way of it. So, I mean, here it's literally just make the 8-ball because no matter where you put the cue ball, you're going to be pretty much home free.
Yeah.
And now, unfortunately, when you don't pocket the 8-ball, it can go the other way. But this is no gimme either.
That 8-ball looked a lot different from the angle I was looking at it. It looked more of a.
This shot definitely goes. So I mean, it's
no the previous one. The previous one on the side looked a little harder than it actually was from the stream.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we're looking at this is what we're staring at down the rail. Obviously, the 8-ball going in the side here.
All you do is just make the ball, and you're gonna, as long as you don't roll it solely and get stuck on the short rail here.
Wow. Who plays the combo? He played that so well.
Yeah,
wow,
he actually hit that so
drilled
good.
That ball
followed it in. You know you hit that good when the 8-ball falls.
Wow. That's 2-0. By the way, that's 2-0 for Adam Blair. That's that was a big ball.
Might change the odds to 80. Might be at 80%.
I think it does. I like you gotta like somebody up 2-0 here for sure. But at the same time, all fairness aside, I mean, this could change
Still
any
anybody's
time.
game.
Yeah, of course.
Still anybody's game.
We go from 2-0 to 2-0, and then you're looking at a race to 3. You may as well just flip the coin.
Right.
Wow, that was a great combo. That really was a great combo. I will admit, not that I like to question the players too much. I probably would have tried to play the 8-ball on the side there.
I feel like I would have played the 8-ball on the side
too.
Me definitely.
I hate combos.
Combos
I hate combos like that, especially down the rail.
Last resort shot. Mike DeMarco just made a really strong, very strong cut shot over there. He might be out here for the set.
Possible.
He's got a 5-ball out here. He's looking pretty good over there. All right, so we got a ball down. Decent shot on the 1-ball.
Yeah, this shot looks relatively decent. I mean, as far as it looks, I mean, I
think you can play that.
Both ball. It goes in either pocket.
Yeah, I'd play it in the corner. It's tough to tell the angles from it here. You might be able to cut it in the side and just come up.
I think if anything, you play it in you try to play it in the side pocket and come up around the 4 and get on the other side, or you just play safe. That's cool too.
That's a good shot too.
I mean, here we are looking at the potential for offense.
It's always tough when you're watching on the television. I'm calling it the stream here. You don't see exactly what they see, and it's really hard to.
This is a tough little safe here too. I mean, he doesn't really see all of this ball. A little bit of spin, ends up overhitting it.
When he bumps the balls out a little bit, makes the run out a little easier here for Adam.
We were mentioning too, especially even though Josh also shooting with a Revo too, doesn't take a lot to spin there. So it just shows you how much spin he needed to get on that 1-ball.
Yes.
Adam Blair with ball in hand, up 2-0 here at the Winter Classic.
The 2-ball downs. You got the 3, then the 4 right there. I don't know, Tim. I don't see any problems here.
No, you just have to make them.
Yeah.
That's all, and that's the key. But when you're looking at the lower bracket, not to say that these guys can't run out, they most definitely can. But
there's also
I think that there's more room for error.
Yeah. There's also no ball you have to hit hard here, Tim, to get shape anywhere. It's
simple shots.
Yeah.
Simple shot. So if he keeps it simple and doesn't try to get fancy, he's probably out. Table 6, Mike DeMarco looks to be shooting the 9-ball for set. And at least as far as I know, as long as that's an even race, then this is the 9-ball for set.
This might be a 9-ball for the set for DeMarco here.
And he missed it. Wow.
Wait, that's a tough shot for Mario. And
speaking of misses, Adam Blair unfortunately missing what could be a relatively routine.
All right, Josh needs to get out here and get some momentum.
Yes, definitely. I feel like this is a must. If
he can get out here and squeeze out the next rack, then this can be anyone's game.
I think just getting to 2-1 here and not leaving an easy shot. I mean,
Mario missed the 9-ball back over there.
Oh my goodness.
Misses this. All right, so here we have DeMarco shooting the 9-ball for the win. Again, and he misses again.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What are they doing over there?
Are they playing for fun?
They might be. I mean, maybe they're. I don't know. Maybe they're playing. Maybe they're playing some type of safety game. I don't know. 5-ball. Unfortunately, not going in here.
Okay, so I believe
Mario's
the
now
score,
6-4.
Yeah, it's 6-4. I believe it's an even race to 7.
Yes, it is.
So it's 6-4. DeMarco needs 1. Mario needs 3.
Adam Blair back up to the table here with the 5, just about a half a diamond above the short rail. This is a testy little shot here for holding the cue ball.
This is testy. Matches we have going on here.
Adam Blair doing work. What a great shot there.
You got good. How do you play this, Tim?
this point, I think it's just simple one rail position here, but I mean,
you have to spin it. You're gonna have to spin it in.
yeah, maybe possible. Maybe come back out on the other side.
I would try to come either side of the 7, and if you hit it, you probably
Try to come back
into
into the top right corner. I'd say if you're gonna play something along those lines.
I would say come out a little bit and try to either bump the 7 or get around the 7 with a little bit of spin here, so the cue ball doesn't travel too much.
Ooh, we overcut it.
Yep.
Wow,
That's a
look
good
at the leave though.
That is a
Great
good
leave. Great leave. Don't know if the attempt was better than the leave itself. I would wager he was attempting that, so I'd say he kind of got a little bit of a roll on the leave. I don't think he intended on setting up a triple combo.
I think he was trying to hold. He was trying to hold the cue ball to play the 7 in. Let's see, the top right corner.
You'd say call it a dinner roll, very small roll.
Oh, you overspun it. That Revo shaft just overspun
Really?
it. Huh.
Now we're looking at a 4 ball out and ball in hand.
All he has to do is get on the 7 here. He makes a 7. He should be out.
Well,
You have to get shape on the 7.
Switch camera angles to the other side here, give you a little
two rails
look.
and come up in the side and play the 7 ball in the right side pocket there. A little angle, come 2 rails.
Oh my goodness.
10-4 race. Did I hear that right?
Steve Roman playing a 10-4 race.
Is he playing shorty?
I think so.
I think that's the only situation where someone in the upper bracket hits 10-4.
That is a wow. That's a big race, folks. 6 games on the wire to 10. And Shorty, of course, on the loser side, he played earlier against Brian Chase and unfortunately did not have a good result. In case you guys were watching that on the stream earlier, Chase got out to a 4-0 lead before Shorty got on the board.
Yeah,
that was
I actually
surprise.
picked Chase to win that match.
Yeah.
Robert Pierce owes me an order of wings.
Speaking of,
Trying to go to the Snickers live page here so I can share the stream.
we have a pretty testy little shot here. All you got to do is just make the 7, though. There's really not many places you can put. No, that 7 was not made. 7 was unfortunately missed quite badly.
That's a 5-4 race. Game goes to 5 and
Just share the stream.
Yes. Adam Blair missing that 7 a little bit wildly. A little bit of an overcut there, about a half a diamond.
Did he play it on the side?
Yeah, he attempted it on the side and overcut it by about a half a diamond.
You can see the whole 7 here.
I will say
he might come out safe here. No.
if there's any of the awesome Snookers waitresses happening to watch the stream right now, which I highly doubt, I could totally use another glass of soda. As soon as we see one of them pop in, we'll probably have them come over and snag a couple of drink orders here.
Yeah, I can take it. I can definitely take water. Ooh, that was almost a really good save.
Yep.
But instead, he leaves a very makeable shot for Josh here. All you have to do is make the 7 here, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder to yourself what's going through the mind of, Josh having, struggling a little bit, down 2-0 here. He's got to think to himself, this is a must-make.
This is a must-make for sure.
This is, if you don't make this, then you could be, if you don't win this rack, you could be sunk.
That's it.
And this is, unfortunately,
no, he's got
a shot, but it's definitely longer than he wanted it, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think at this point he's just trying
that
to string a rack together.
That was also good for him to stroke the ball like that too, to try to get into it. It's like, oh no. What happens when you leave yourself long? Oh, Hector, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Hector? Another Connecticut guy jumping into the stream here. We got unfortunately Connecticut has invaded the snooker stream. Yeah. That's all right. Don't worry. It was totally at the behest of Mike DeMarco, fully entrusting. So,
Lucas is still on the winner's side, right?
Yes, I do believe
Lucas
so.
on the winner's side, Rob on the winner's side. I believe Nick is on the loser side.
Yes,
Nick's
he is.
still in.
Yep.
We got a few Yale Billiards people still at the tournament here. Me and Tim are, I believe, probably the first ones out on the Yale Billiards side.
Yeah, we were. Unfortunately,
that was a great shot by
that
Adam.
was a really good shot by Adam. This is about to be 3-0, and unfortunately for Josh, this might be getting out of hand pretty quickly.
This next rack is 100% must win. You cannot go down 4-0 here.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting a couple drink orders here. Getting thirsty. Whew. No, I believe this is either the second or third match for Adam. If Adam does pull this off, he is looking very good. He might only need one, potentially two more matches, and he is done for the day. Guaranteed to come back tomorrow. I'd have to check the bracket to see exactly where they're at, but I believe. Tim, do you know this is the third round winners on the lower bracket?
I want to say that it is. I can look up the exact.
I want to say that if Adam wins this, he might just have to win one more, and he's coming back tomorrow on the winner's side. Pretty good.
It's possible. You know, I'll look up here and see just where we are.
That could have went a lot worse there, Tim. Adam scratches on the break here, and the 9-ball was tracking towards the pocket, almost hung up in front of the pocket there.
Yeah, that could have been a very easy rack for Josh, and you know, racks like that are possibly momentum changers.
Yep.
You know, So we're looking at winner's side action here, and that would guarantee them a look into 17th to 24th, which would be just outside of the money and probably a return trip tomorrow. As far as I know, they'd be one of the 32. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how he's doing it. Yeah. I think he needs to win one more after this.
Yeah, it's possible. I know that they're going to be. I don't think that he's going to take the winner's side into. I don't think that he's going to take the winner's side into the money before we get into day two. Everybody will be out of the money tomorrow, so I think that this would be the match that sends them to day two. This might be the match that sends them to day two because the winner here is guaranteed 17th to 24th.
On the lower bracket.
No. I did they're guaranteed 9 to 12 on the lower bracket, which means 17 to 24th on the overall.
Yeah. So actually, I did. I was not. I was not right. So Adam wins this.
I believe he's on to day two. Yeah.
He's on to day two,
which is just where you want to be.
Right. And he's on the winner's side, so that's definitely
that's I mean you're talking maybe 2-3 matches at most to get into some really big territory.
Yeah, a big tournament like this, it's so crucial to stay on the winner's side because if you get on the loser side, you have to win.
If you get on the loser side early, I mean, we were unfortunate recipients of being on the loser side early. Good leave right there. Maybe a little bit of a roll, but to say there was definitely a ball in hand though.
A couple of rolls and a couple of runouts here.
I was wrong with that one. That was a ball in hand.
Oh, I was spacing out.
I was wrong. Yeah, I didn't happen to see it. I was in the middle of finishing a thought. When it comes to tournament payouts, when you get on the loser side early, you got to win like 12, 13 matches just to kind of get yourself into pay dirt.
Good shot by Josh. If Josh can win him on 3 here, that is a big momentum swing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially this particular juncture. I mean, do you really like the thought of having to run out here? I mean, maybe if he can find a way to get to the 5 here, he might be able to find a way to hide the 5 somewhere by the 9.
Or actually, if Josh were to get ball in hand here, I like playing the 5-9 combo, but playing it lightly and rolling the cue ball behind the 6 or the 8. So if you miss, you can potentially get him on 3, or if you make it, you win the rack.
The only problem with that thought is what happens if you hit it so good you leave the 9 in the pocket?
Yeah, well then hopefully you hooked him on the 6 and 8 pretty well.
Speaking of, that was a ball in hand, so now we're looking at Adam Blair on 2.
I would really like to see him do what I just said there. I think he's going for it, but he needs to play the 2-way here. It looks like he's setting up that angle.
And you know something? We had a very similar scenario earlier. Of course, Kevin Baccio, the lock, as everybody calls him. He had Josh is going to get a little bit unlucky here, because that 9-ball is going to spot, and that's not going to be where he wants it. Nowhere near, in fact.
Josh cannot get the break up here.
Oh, there we go. We got you covered. And we're gonna, I believe Mike happened to spot one of our lovely bartenders here, so he's off to get drink orders, and we're continuing to roll here. Josh Caesar just made a great kick bank on the 5 ball, and now looking at the 6. So this is just great look. And Josh just went and tried to fire the bank there, and unfortunately almost getting very unlucky. He happened to keep that ball up. So now we're looking at the potential for what looks to be a very tough shot on the 6 ball here.
Did you mention Mike DeMarco's win over there?
Yes, Mike DeMarco did beat Mario Argentino.
That is a very good win for Mike there.
Yes.
That is very
yes,
strong.
it is.
Mario plays very,
I would have probably, no offense to Mike DeMarco, I probably would have favored Mike there. I would have favored Mario probably 60-40 there, if I had to guess.
I was thinking 60 or 65% Mario's favorite there. Just because of the way Mario's been playing lately.
He has been playing very consistent. He's been playing a lot too. You know, he's been running tournaments down in southern Connecticut. I've been seeing him popping into local rooms all over the state, and he's been there for hours, not just minutes. You know, and he's not socializing either. He's putting in work on the table. Adam Blair missed that 6 ball in the jaws there.
It seems like neither of these players can really get anything going. Adam is just being on the luckier end, getting the last couple balls here. During the racks.
You have to save yourself. I mean, that could easily change. We turn around and see Caesar, make this 8 ball here. I'd say if Caesar just drills this 8 ball, he's got a chance to kind of get himself back in the rack.
If Caesar can get a gear here, I've seen Josh play really well. If he can, see, he needs to make those balls
struggling.
So he can get in. Yeah.
Though it's just just a little bit of the body language that you don't see. I mean, he's been visibly shaking his head when he's sitting.
Yeah.
When he's sitting in the chair, I definitely can see the frustration.
It's not a gimme though, especially in this table.
No.
This cut here, and with the shape on the 9.
No,
Adam's
for
gonna have
sure.
to play this ball really well.
But I think with every missed ball that Josh makes, I think that the frustration just seems to be setting in a little bit more, and I feel like in order for him to break out of this, he's going to have to, kind of string one together here, string a couple together.
The more balls Josh misses, Adam's just feeling more comfortable as he goes on as well.
Yeah, with a 3-0 lead, you can get aggressive,
Yeah.
especially if for some reason you don't think your opponent's going to run out, or your opponent hasn't shown you that they're going to run out.
The way this set's going here, if I'm Adam, you stroke this 8 ball in. If you happen to miss the way the set's going, I think Adam is going to come out good. But if not, he's just going to.
You don't want to miss a 9 ball here. But I mean, if you get a little bad on the 8 ball, then couldn't hurt. Mike DeMarco coming in strong with 2 monster waters.
Yep. All right, congrats on the win though. That's a strong win, Mike.
Mike DeMarco coming in clutch with the big waters here. Caesar back on the table on the 8 ball. Adam Blair missed that 8 ball, and just
he might scratch here,
seem to string it in.
Might scratch here, Tim.
That is just. I'll be honest. That's a gross roll. It really is. That's a very, very cold roll. That leaves Adam Blair with.
I almost don't like playing this
that
ball
I don't like
on
in the side. That's just me.
And the 8 ball's on the spot. I could skid off of it too.
Definitely.
Okay.
He makes the shot, and now he's right in it's a tougher shot in the side. It goes, though.
Is that not a scratch on the corner, Tim?
No, I don't think that he can. If he were to play that with draw, it shouldn't scratch. If he were to hammer it.
That looks better on the stream, Tim. Look at it. Don't look at the screen here. Look at it. That way it looks like a scratch shot looking at the actual table here, but on our camera here it doesn't. Shane, put it to a different view. Put it on the camera on the back wall here.
Yeah, I can see. Let's see if we can get a
do you switch it to the other one, the other wall?
Yeah, I mean, we've got.
Yeah, you could.
It definitely looks like it's possible, but I mean, if you were to stroke this in, try like a little kill shot, a little short stroke. I don't know if you want to short stroke it because you may end up throwing a 9 off its line, but. A little kill shot here. You could possibly just.
He's not using low though.
He's playing it center ball.
Maybe if you overcut it, you don't scratch. Oh, he misses it.
Fired it.
He tried to.
See the twist in his wrist there.
Because
it's a big twist.
During the stroke, he decided he wanted to play with a little bit of draw, so he twisted his wrist.
Yeah, there was a lot of body English in that shot, and that body English never never gets you where you want it to be.
I agree with you, Jeff DeRosa. I agree. I've seen both of these players play much better than this.
I've heard many a story from you about both these players playing very well.
Oh, that 9 ball is tracking down here.
It's going to slow up, though. That table's got a lot of roll, but not that much.
That is...
It's a makeable shot.
I like the save here, Tim. I like you thin the 9, bring it to the short rail, and bring the cue ball all the way down to the other short rail.
Here it comes.
I don't like banking
Play the
that
bank.
ball. I don't like it because then that exactly is what happens.
Oh, and as
Go
you
in
know,
is his best bet. Yep.
Yes, but now Josh gets the option.
Yep.
So either Josh takes this,
You don't
gives
give
it
the,
back,
you don't give the
and
shot.
you don't give the
you
shot
don't give
back.
the shot back.
No.
He needs us to get the ball rolling a little bit here because Adam's not necessarily feeling it either.
It's not.
Josh
There it
needs
is.
this, Yep.
Josh Caesar on the board, 3-1.
This set could turn around really quick here, Tim.
Yes,
if
it
you
could.
can win this rack, and so it's a one game to swing.
Josh Caesar's on the board. And just forget, you are watching the Winter Classic here at the Mark Dion Winter Classic here at Snookers in Rhode Island. Always a great venue. We've been seeing a lot of great pool playing, a lot of really good players in this field. 112 players, and we are fighting for some big-time cash. All our sponsors, of course, Predator, AZ Billiards, Fargo Rate. That is, of course, the official handicapping system that we are using here at the Winter Classic and Fargo Rate. And USAPL, of course, in New England. The Winter Classic tournament payouts, $1,600 to first place. That doesn't count the Calcutta, which is quite high as well. So that's up to $2,700. Speaking of Deb, Adam not supposed to reshoot on the 9 ball. In fact, it is actually the opponent's option of whether he wanted Adam to shoot if the 9 ball is the last ball.
If the 9 ball is the last ball, the player who pocketed the ball in the uncalled pocket loses his turn. However, if he does it in the middle of the game when there's other balls on the table, he keeps shooting with the 9 ball spots.
Mm-hmm.
So in that situation, Adam pocketing the 9 ball in the wrong pocket, Josh Caesar has the choice to take the shot or give it back.
I'd love to know if you could possibly tell me, if you see Chad Bazinet, if you could tell me where the score of his match is. I don't know what table
he's on table 5.
He's on table 5.
It looks like it's 4-3. I'm not sure who it's in favor of. I'm not sure what the race is either over there. Might be even.
Yeah, it could be an even race. Speaking of Josh scratching on the break, the 1 ball. I mean which ball was missing? The 6 ball going in with it.
Why was Josh shooting the 1 there? Josh scratched on the break and ended up shooting the 1?
Yes, Josh scratched. That's a good question.
I missed exactly what happened.
Yeah. No, we definitely are not wrong. If the last ball on the table is the 9 ball, and the opponent happens to fluke that 9 ball in, then it is actually the opponent's option.
That's it. That's only if it's the last ball.
Only if it's the last ball on the table, though.
If not, it spots, and the person that pocketed on the wrong pocket continues to shoot, or the uncalled pocket.
That has actually been a question that's been asked a lot today by tournament director Mark Dion. Speaking of, another scratch there, unfortunately for Adam Blair. So we are looking at a 2 ball with a pretty decently clustered rack down at the bottom here. Everything's got a pocket, though. So, I mean, this is definitely a good rack to string together. I believe Josh electing to attempt to find the window between the 4 and the 7, and he will find it.
Larry, I'll let you know the exact score on Chad
in just a moment.
I'm waiting because his opponent is shooting the 8 ball, and once the next game is marked, I'll be able to tell exactly what the score is, who has what.
Of course, Chad Bazinet on the winner's side. Definitely want to congratulate him for staying there. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, me and Tim.
I will admit there is a little bit of commentator bias in the Chad Bazinet match, just because we did put our hard-earned cash on it.
Both of us, we got a piece of Chad.
But other than that.
Okay, so his opponent won that game, and it is now 4-4. In which I can only assume is an even race to 7. I believe the player he's playing, if I'm correct, is a strong player, so I think their Fargo rating is around the same. So it's probably an even race to 7. So it's a 3-3 race.
We could even look and see what that just
yeah,
so
look on the
happens
bracket
to be.
and see the gentleman's
Chad,
name. That guy looks familiar to me. I'm trying to figure out who he is.
I don't know him. I'll be honest, I don't know.
I've seen him
But
many of times.
I'm also blind, so I can't tell. They say blind squirrel gets the nut every once in a while, though. He's playing Bill Cody. Bill Cody is definitely he's definitely a strong player, 6'10". So yeah, we're looking at an even game there.
Is that even?
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
an
even race to
there.
7 then over
Yeah,
there?
Chad Bassonet's a 654. I do not believe that he gives away a game there.
I
That was a
believe it.
phenomenal shot by Adam Blair. Great back cut on the 5 ball
See,
and
this
the
is a
7
big
ball.
game here. If Adam can get out here, it pretty much almost puts this match away. But if Josh wins
this
this
could be a
rack,
nail in the
it
coffin.
is- yeah. If
This
Josh can
goes
win this
between
rack,
nail in the
it's huge.
coffin or potentially still in.
Yep. This is a very big rack right here for both players.
Every rack in a race to 5, of course, being so crucial.
Especially this 4. Would you 4-1 or 3-2?
No, I always want 4-1 all the time, unless it's against me.
Yeah,
in which case I don't
unless-
like it. But, Adam visibly unhappy with the way that he shot that ball, at least according to his face and a few of the expressions that I happen to see. I think maybe he's worried he's a little too straight on the ball and can't necessarily get to the 9. Electing to slam this ball with low English.
He's a little long here, Tim.
But a great shot. I mean,
That was a good shot. He stroked that well.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely hit that with a little bit of
I think
low.
this is the best run from either player so far. This Adam's turning it on here. Wait.
We'll turn you to this angle for the 9 ball. That 9 ball about to potentially go down, putting Adam Blair on the hill.
Oh, that's a good stroke right
And that's
there.
Adam Blair now on the hill in
Yeah,
this
Tim,
race
I'm
to 5.
I'm not too sure if I can see Josh Caesar coming back. Adam looks like he's picking in the stroke here, and he's also a 4-1.
What's our next match going to be? What's our next match going to be?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure she'll bring it over.
Okay. Yeah, because he's Adam being on the hill, so I'm sure they're thinking about it.
Oh, Jiten Patel and Matthew Resendez just on the stream. Welcome, guys. How you guys doing?
Hello, Matt Resendez, Jiten, Timothy King. Thank you guys for joining the stream. We've got Mike DeMarco in here in the booth. He's not mic'd up, but he's watching intently at what's going on here. This is a great matchup. It really is. We've seen a couple of uncharacteristic misses here by both players,
Yeah,
but
they're both
they're
both
still
not playing at their potential.
they're still
right now.
hanging it out. They're definitely making a few great shots.
With a headset, but
What's that?
I'm just busting. You guys are doing a great job. I heard you guys out there. You guys are doing it.
And not only that, Mike DeMarco saying he hired us. Not only that, we work on very small retainer. You bring us big glasses of water, and we're pretty happy.
Yeah.
That water.
Next trip, I'm going to grab you guys some Funyuns.
Oh, Funyuns. Oh.
Funyuns.
I know how to make my friends happy. Funyuns with water.
Oh, I used to love. You know what Funyuns are good? The flaming hot Funyuns. Those are some.
Flaming hot
those are some chips right
Funyuns. Wow. That's a great. That's a. If I was a spice guy, I would really feel it.
Deb, whenever I think 1 o'clock is the cutoff time, so whatever they can do before 1. But I believe they're going to bring the last 32 players into tomorrow.
Yes.
So whenever
that's
they
what
get
his
to
goal.
when,
Yeah, 2
is it
o'clock
2?
tonight. Yep.
Okay, so it's
Closer too, but I don't think they're going to put up any matches after like midnight.
yeah. Okay, so what Mike's saying, they're not going to put up any matches past midnight. They close at 2. Want to make sure they can get out of here at 2. But by 2 o'clock, we are expected to have the last 32 locked in and ready to go for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And of course, with 16 players being paid in the tournament, that means that tomorrow it will be a lot of money rounds.
Yeah, tomorrow, the first round tomorrow for everybody is a very big match because
Yes,
it makes a difference from
huge.
getting paid. And
Well, if you're on the loser side, I believe it's 2 matches to the money because you would go from 25 to 32nd to 17-24, and then it would be 13-16 after that. So for the loser side, guys, you guys will be doing two matches tomorrow. But for the winner side, they would immediately be going into potential for money.
Larry, just to update you, Chad is down 5-4.
Aha. Keep it going, Chad.
Any Salmadolo fans? I believe Salmadolo's up 4-3, even race to 7. Salmadolo snapped off a couple of your tournaments, huh, Mike? Partners?
Oh, yeah.
Saying Mike Abbott was his partner. I think both of them. He snapped off both of
Go
them.
ahead and say it. There's nothing sweeter than a repeater.
That is a great saying
actually
there,
won
Mike.
that.
Nothing sweeter than a repeater.
I won 2 Mark Dion tournaments in a row. So that also felt good. Actually, sorry, I split in one and then won the other one outright. Back to back at Yale Billiards.
You must be so happy.
It kind of wore off after this weekend. My level of
Josh on a tough shot here on the
that
floor.
5 ball is not.
Oh, overcut. Wow, how do you overcut that?
This 5 ball is a little tricky here.
Yes, it is. But thankfully, it does
go
pass.
by the 9. Yeah, it does go by the 9, but that is tricky how close it is to the side.
It does pass, but it looks like it's froze to the rail too. So
I would almost want to play it all the way down in the opposite.
on the opposite side, going by the corner pocket, the
yeah,
side pocket.
Yeah, if you play this with a lot of spin and hit it full, you can definitely get over there. If you hit it soft enough, you'll be able to get straight on the 5. No, he's electing to.
Oh wow!
I think he was too worried where the cue ball was going there. He wasn't focusing on making the ball.
Yeah. Well, I mean that 5 being so tricky. I mean, being on the other side there, almost frozen to the rail. I mean, you could play it down, but I mean, you have to really get on that ball in order to get there. And I mean, this looks a lot more like a safe than anything.
Worked out.
He's definitely. I mean, he hasn't left much open, but it's definitely going to be hittable. So, of course, Adam Blair coming up here, up 4-1. Probably going to be a little bit aggressive here. Maybe play the combination, which he drilled.
Oh, this 5 ball is that's
bankable.
That's a bankable shot right there.
It's a bankable
you might have
shot.
to
You got to bank it 2 rails under the 8.
Or what you could do is you can thin the 5 with outside spin, and you can.
He's calling the 9 ball here.
I think he's gonna play with the cue ball. He's gonna play with the cue ball.
Maybe try to like draw off the 5.
I think that's what he's doing.
Oh, what a shot! Oh my goodness, that was a good try.
Oh, and
the leave is
really
just
good. That kind of it's right how this set's been going there. Shots like this.
Yet another shot nearly frozen to the 8 ball.
I think I'm going to take this opportunity to go grab a little something to eat.
Yeah.
Finger food or something like that for when we're done, maybe like a hot stick or something.
That would be, yes, please. That would be great.
We can't eat while we're doing it, but
Yeah, definitely.
we're finished.
Of course. Josh there attempting to play a 2-rail kick.
Oh, it's sad the lack of things I can eat on this diet I'm on. There's so many food.
Yes.
Every time I've come here, I've always gotten the fried pickles.
Oh,
those are good. Fried pickle spears. Those are
I'll
good.
tell you right now, the one thing.
I can't find Keith. He's supposed to pay you 50.
We'll talk. But so right here, Adam coming up here, 2 balls away from the cheese, folks.
Adam Blair can sign his early night.
Sign his ticket to day 2 with 2 balls.
Oh.
And it may take a little bit longer. A miss that I'm sure Mike disliked, but a decent roll. I believe Chad Bazinet now at 4-4.
Yeah, I was just poking. No, it's 5-4 in favor.
Oh yeah, I see the red there. Yeah.
What is it? Something Cody? Bill Cody?
Bill Cody.
Yeah, Bill Cody's up 5-4.
Bill Cody plays very, very well. He's steady. Steady Bill Cody.
Oh, it looks like
Very steady.
Looks like Chad wants maybe someone to watch the hit over there.
I believe I'm not exactly sure how the ball in hand came about. I was of course looking down table there, but now Adam Blair with ball in hand on the 8 ball. Pretty sure. Yeah, I looked away very quick. Oh, it was a scratch in the side pocket. Looking at the playback on the stream here.
We have Adam Blair here, 1 shot away
Adam
from
Blair.
day 2 and being done for the night. Of course, Josh Caesar definitely can battle out on the loser side here and make it to day 2 as well. He just might need to win a couple more, and there it is.
There it is. Adam Blair